Hello, my name is Ian Anselmo. I'm 17 years old and I'm the oldest of my 7 siblings. I graduated from high school when I was 16, and I took a year off to have fun, relax, and during that time I wrote a comic book. But in August, I got back to work, I'm in college, and now in January, I'm in my second semester of it. Three adjectives I would use to describe myself are inquisitive, funny, and energetic. I say I'm inquisitive because I know a lot about a lot of subjects. Really, no matter what this topic is, I have some background information on it, and with certain subjects, I'm just a wealth of knowledge. I get a lot of my information from reading Guinness World Record books and my favorite, the National Geographics magazines. I have many from the 1950s, and from the 1970s, I have most of them going on. So I'm reading those all the time, love it. I find a lot of neat information in there, varying subjects, so I always think that's a really fun thing to do. I'm very funny, and I'm always cracking jokes, a very quick wit. I'm energetic. I say that because I am. I'm always moving, always dancing around, or singing, or flipping, or jumping. I like to skateboard, and I play the drums, and no matter what, it involves me being physically moving. My personal goals include uh, athletics as well, and I want to be a professional wrestler. That's the biggest reason I'm taking this class, because as a professional wrestler, as everybody knows, you need to talk and cut promos and address hundreds upon thousands of people at a time. I'm nervous right now doing this to a little camera, so I really have a lot of work to do, and I really hope that this class will help me with that. I really would love to be a professional wrestler. It just seems like the greatest thing. If I could have one job that I've never had, well, that's a very broad area because I've never had a job, never held a job, don't hold a job now. So, in that grand scheme of things, I would really love to be a professional wrestler. The idea of being an entertainer who's in peak physical condition, there's just so much with it. You live it every day, and you get to be a character. It's like you're a living comic book, and I love that. And so, that's really what I want to do in life. A little more about myself. I have varying interests. All of them involve things from before my time, more specifically in the 1980s. I love TV, and my favorite TV show is MacGyver. I also love Alf and Family Matters, but there's nothing cooler than MacGyver. He's so smart. He's just so cool. I can't say enough great things about MacGyver. Um, Cartoons also play a huge role in my life. And my favorite of all time is the original 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon. I have loved them literally my entire life. Play with the action figures constantly. I read the comic books. I watch the cartoons. They are, right now, probably the biggest factor in my life. But recently, I have discovered the original Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now, I've always liked Alvin and the Chipmunks. My favorite movie is the 1987 Chipmunk Adventure. But watching the cartoons, listening to the songs, the wonderful stories, I just fell in love with it. I have varying tastes in music, but most of them involve new wave and punk rock. My favorite bands of all time are the Pixies, Bad Brains, Agent Orange, especially their Living in Darkness album. I like The Cure, The Smiths, Frank Black and the Catholics, Cheap Trick, all of that. Just really, I can't stand music from now, but from the 1980s and from back when music was good, that's the stuff I like to listen to. I love to skateboard, and like everything else, my skateboarding style is the 1980s street skating. In the 1980s, there was a skating group called the Bones Brigade, led by Stacy Peralta. It was, among others, Tony Hawk, but more importantly, it was Rodney Mullen and Steve Caballero, my personal favorite skateboarder ever. And they were just so skilled with it. Everything. It was just an amazing group. So that's a little bit about me. I'm excited to hear about all of you, and I can't wait to begin this class.